What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? I'm actually going to start this live stream early so I can do some test runs for probably the next like 25 minutes before the live stream starts. So if you guys are here, thank you for watching, at least joining me. So let's just hope I can get this started and running and doing some tests. Let's just hope this stream starts. Let's see if I can refresh this page here. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, that's much better. Good. Well, looks like I got the looks like I got the Twitter on the bottom right hand side is the Twitter feed, or I should say my Twitter handle. So you can follow me at NESC Weather WX. You can also follow me on New England Storm Chasers on YouTube, and follow me on Facebook at New England Storm Chasers for the fan page and the group page. So far it's working, so that's good news. And I had recently had bugs last time, so I'm hoping it stays up. Hold on, I have to double check something here. Let me open up a link in a new channel, see what it looks like. Because I don't know if I don't have any live, like they don't show the live feed or something. But I think it automatically gets replaced with the unsubscribed trailer, but well, actually, if you go to videos on my channel, I have the Live Now section, and it shows the live page. So I have to go to videos in order to see it. But everything else looks okay. Let's see. Yeah, so on Twitter, it's been tweeted. Let's see. For testing. I'm going to ask questions. And I'll provide the link for this. Okay. Let's click on this. Click on that. And I'll post in the group page. And I think this is the 7 o'clock one. Yep. So let me paste this in here. And post that. Okay. And I think that's it. Yep, that's it. All right. So if you guys have any questions about storm chasing in general, let me know. I guess I'll start with this live stream early. Well, so I guess it will be like an hour and a half maybe. Just hoping. So I've just been testing some of the audio bugs earlier. For some reason, when I tested with my snowball mic, my professional mic, it kept like echoing all the time. So I don't know what that reason was, but I have the Astro mic this time, so hoping this works. Yeah, it looks like my stream is about, I would say maybe like a 10-second delay on my stream, so so far it's working good, so no bugs or anything, it's flawless. Fox City Spotter. What are you expecting out of this severe weather for New England? Well, I'm expecting, I would say probably, I think it's going to be a nasty year for severe weather. I mean, this past winter has been pretty brutal for snowstorms, and I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it could be could be a nasty one. Like we just had and around my area, we just had a weak squall line come through around February, at the end of February of 2014, and we had a weak thunderstorm come through, and we had our I actually heard thunder as I woke up. Actually, the thunder woke me up. So usually that incident happened back in the same incident happened back in February 2012, where we had a thunderstorm in the middle of February. So, and it's also El Nino season too. So I'm kind of suspecting maybe some good thunderstorms up here in New England this year. So, because last year was kind of disappointing for as far as severe weather goes. We didn't have much. I mean, we only had like maybe a few days of severe weather. So I'm hoping this year will be pretty good. Um, I don't know what kind of strength we'll have for this severe weather, but who knows? Maybe we might get a tornado or two. Who knows? But I know this year might be pretty bad, but just by speculation. But it might be pretty bad. So yeah. So thank you all for tuning in. Again, this is like actually my very first live stream Q&A on YouTube, so I'm very excited for this one. So far we have 2 viewers watching. The third viewer is actually me, so that doesn't count. But looks like my stream froze. Yeah, it looks like my stream froze. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so looks like my stream's got to freeze from time to time. It might. It's probably due to the server, I guess. But so if it freezes, it might freeze for maybe like a few seconds, and then it'll come back. So don't worry about it. So it's just like a computer glitch, I guess, from the server. So I just hope everything works. Okay, it looks like I don't know if it's gonna freeze, but who knows? Like I have to double check the streams. Like the Q&A session doesn't start in like yeah, in about like 15 minutes or so. So let's just hope it works. So we got 1 viewer watching, so which is only me. But let's just see. So I don't know if anybody has any questions. I don't know who else is watching. Okay, now we got a viewer now. Nice. I don't know. It was like a little computer glitch on my end of my YouTube, and the whole thing just resetted. So let's just hope it gets like fixed later on. All right, let's clear these. All right. So, well, if nobody has any questions, I can tell you some updates that we're going to do this year. We're doing a severe, we're doing, well, this year we're going to probably chase more more often this year. I'm hoping that we can record some thunderstorms. I'm hoping that we can, I hope my buddy James and I will probably chase more this summer. Probably, I hope it starts warming up by, you know, mid or late April. So if it does, we can start chasing all around New England, mostly around New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine, and probably northern Massachusetts. Um, so and actually, it's been pretty interesting around the Sullivan County area in New Hampshire. So that's like my favorite spot to intercept storms, because when the supercells actually move over to, or they actually cross over from the Green Mountains in southern Vermont, they actually intensify in Sullivan County, which is in Keene, New Hampshire, by the way. Um, so I'm hoping that we can, chase more this summer and, record some more footage and take pictures. And I want to use my radar scope app a lot more because I really like that app. So here's hoping for some good storms this year, because I'm very excited for this year to happen. So if anybody has any questions about this upcoming weather season, or anything, or actually any weather events, you could talk about like the El Reno tornado. We could talk about this past tornado outbreak that happened in February. Anything, just anything in general you can talk about. It doesn't have to be weather, actually. It could just we just recently had an asteroid, at least 2 asteroids come by planet Earth, the past 2 days. So we had some 2 close encounters. So yeah, so we could talk about space weather. We could talk about weather. It doesn't matter. We could talk about anything. So if anybody has any questions, let me know. Again, you can follow me on Twitter at NESCWX. You can also follow me on YouTube at New England Storm Chasers, and you can follow me on Facebook at New England Storm Chasers by typing in the search bar. So this is actually my, once again, I have to repeat myself. This is my very first time live streaming to YouTube for a live stream Q&A, at least. I did a podcast earlier. You can actually check it out later. I also did a live stream for the tornado outbreak of November of last year. That's up on YouTube, so if you want to go watch that, that's up. Be forewarned, it's a 3-hour long video, so it's pretty long. I have my special guest of Sam Epstein from Massachusetts. He's actually a Skywarn spotter for the Taunton office, so if you guys want to watch that later, go for it. I also have other videos on my YouTube channel you can check out. As far as severe weather videos of my wall cloud chase that I intercepted in Walpole, New Hampshire with James Cinco, head of operations, and I also intercepted a storm out in Antrim, New Hampshire that was a golf ball sized hailstorm. I actually experienced green sky weather when the skies turned green. It was actually a pretty intense ride. I also recently just posted that. Well, it was back at least a couple months ago. I think I posted a video to the about the lightning storm that happened in September 12th of 2013, which is a pretty intense storm. If you guys want to watch that lightning video, it's pretty amazing. Fox City Spotter, just thank you for sharing the link, man. Do you think another El Reno or more tornado will happen this year anywhere in the U.S.? It's possible. It's possible. Usually, once a year, or maybe twice or 3 times a year, we'll have EF5 tornadoes at the most. Maybe 1 or 2, depending on how severe this weather will get. I don't know how El Reno will affect the supercells this year, or how the jet stream will act up, but who knows? We might see some severe tornadoes this year. Maybe on average we usually get around 1 to 2 EF5 tornadoes a year, maybe 3. We usually get around maybe 4 or 5 EF4 tornadoes, but it all depends on the year and the average that we'll get. So it's too far out to say that we're gonna have a lot of EF5 tornadoes, but like I said, it's just a hunch, so we have to wait and see if we're gonna get any of them. But I can tell you that El Reno tornado was a pretty nasty tornado. I actually saw some of the YouTube clips on it, and that was a very powerful tornado, a 2.6 mile wide tornado that went through El Reno, and unfortunately, there were some chasers that were killed during the tornado. Three of them were including Tim Samaras, Paul Samaras, and Carl Young. Those guys were on the Storm Chasers TV show on Discovery Channel. So if you didn't know, they were very dedicated storm chasers, especially Tim Samaras. He's a legendary storm chaser out in the field. So my prayers go out to Samaras family, the Young family. It's been very tragic, but he died of what he loved. He died of what he loved. He went out in the blaze of glory, man. He went out in the blaze of glory. But like I said, even professionals make mistakes. That tornado, just happenly just grew in size, out of nowhere and just, crossed the road and, took their lives. So, I mean, I wish I can go see their memorial that they have out there in El Reno, Oklahoma. So my thoughts and prayers go out to them. So if anybody has any questions about any recent weather events, anything, just let me know. Just post in the comment box on the right-hand side. You have to be registered on YouTube in order to ask questions. Again, I don't know. Let's see if you have any more stories I want to talk about. Oh, we usually get tornadoes up here in New England as well. I remember a couple years ago we had I think it was back in June 1st of 2012, we had a tornado hit Springfield, Massachusetts. Actually, there's been some pictures of the tornado track it's still there on the Google Maps, which is which is kind of weird, but it's a big long track, and that was a pretty nasty tornado. I have to admit. I did see some videos of it. It formed over the water, I think a river, and it went over a bridge, and it took out, and there were some cars on the bridge too when it hit, and it took out some trees and some houses. It was a pretty nasty weather event. I was driving down Interstate 495 with my buddy James while we were watching the supercell from a distance. The supercell was humongous because we actually saw it out from maybe 75 miles away. So that supercell was huge. We actually got to see the anvil part of the storm, and it was big. I mean, I was like, wow. I never seen anything like it from a distance from 75 to 100 miles away. It was a pretty nasty storm. I have to admit, pretty nasty. I wish we could have helped out, went down there and intercepted that storm, but unfortunately there was too much traffic on 495, which is a killer. Well, at least Boston traffic it's absolute nightmare. At least 93 north, 93 south, 495 north, 495 south, 95 north and 95 south. It's just absolute nightmare of traffic. So if you ever chase in Massachusetts, be prepared to avoid the highways as much as possible, especially during the afternoon hours and especially in the morning hours, because there's a lot of backup traffic. So so that's why I try to chase in southern New Hampshire, southern Vermont, and sometimes in the Maine region. But well, I never experienced my first tornado yet, so I'm always hoping for my first tornado. But I did experience a wall cloud before. I never saw a funnel yet, not one funnel yet. But because most of the storms that hit my house in southern New Hampshire, they usually weaken by the time they get to my house. So unfortunately, it's a lose-lose situation if you don't intercept the storm in advance, beforehand, because usually there's a lot of tornado warned storms out in western New Hampshire and southern Vermont and mostly western Massachusetts. They usually get hitting around that area. So but anyways, if you guys have any questions, I'll be here. The live stream won't start. Well, it's actually started, but the actual Q&A session doesn't start in about 5 minutes from now. So if you guys have early questions you want to ask, just ask in the comment box on the right hand side, and I'll be here. I'm hoping that we can get some guests later on in this live stream soon. I can have like maybe some special guests for the Q&As. Maybe some like I might do some interviews, maybe. Who knows? But I might do some like weather analysis on like some storms later this year. I might do I might cover some like storm videos later on. Who knows? But I was just hoping to some uh, better live streams in the future, and I'm hoping I can do some podcasts too. And again, might have grab some special guests from uh, maybe some Skywarn spotters to from anywhere pretty much. But so you guys have any questions on weather, or have any questions on my YouTube videos, or do you have any questions on the social media? Anything in weather, it doesn't matter. It could be space weather too if you're interested in space weather too. Um, so anything at all. So I will be here. Fox City Spotter. Live stream my chases. Maybe in the future I will. I have to get a laptop, unfortunately. My laptop is broken, but and plus live streaming is pretty expensive, especially with Verizon because you have to use a data plan for that. But I'm hoping I can do some live streaming my chases later in the future. But who knows? Who knows? If I save up enough money, I can definitely do it. So sometime maybe in the future. But for now, I'm gonna probably record my live streams, or excuse me, my actual video documentation of the storm chases, and I'm gonna put them up on YouTube later. So I'm just hoping. I'm hoping I can get a GoPro camera too, as for my live streaming camera. So who knows? But we'll see. We'll see. I guess the live stream will start in about, well, for my time, it's about 3 minutes to 2 minutes. The live stream will start, and we'll do the Q&A session. So just keep feeding me questions on the chat on the right-hand side. Any questions at all, just keep feeding me. Let's see, anything about weather, what's going on. Actually, I can get a forecast on my area, see what's going on, because I know there's a snowstorm coming up. Coming up this. Yeah, cat blocks off. There was actually a snowstorm coming up. This, I believe, this tomorrow. I think, yeah, Sunday night into Monday is a snowstorm coming. Today's high was actually like 50 degrees, which is pretty interesting. That it got that warm, so thank God it's getting warming up. Finally, like spring's around the corner, but I really don't like my weather forecast for this week. It says that Sunday night looks like a chance of snow, 40% chance. Monday is a 30% chance of snow. Wednesday into Thursday is snow likely, so looks like we're not gonna looks like we're gonna see more snow before spring hits, but thank God it's warming back up into the 40s and 50s. So Anyways, again, just ask some questions. Anything. I'll be here. So I'll try to report on some weather conditions and keep you guys entertained. I'll try to like forecast some weather. I'll forecast like maybe I can like show you some videos maybe. Um, Actually, I can show you some of the features I can use with the this broadcaster that I have. I actually can do a whiteboard overlay thing on this. Let me drag this over here. This whiteboard overlay I can draw onto the actual stream. So that's pretty cool. So I can like pin out like some of the features out like for like any videos or pictures, or I can explain like how the tornado develops and stuff like that. So that'll be very interesting to see. So let me minimize that. I can also add like some video playlists to my broadcaster. I can add like all sorts of stuff. It's called XSplit Broadcaster. That's what I use. So I hope that thing works, which might pop up here in a second. But my stream is like probably like a 30-second delay on it, so which is okay. But and so far I don't have any drop frames, so that's good news. But let's see, forecasting weather forecasts. See if there's any severe weather happening. So far, no severe weather happening. Looks like there's a critical fire danger up in. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like there's a critical fire hazard on Tuesday, March 11th in the New Mexico area into Texas, southern Texas Panhandle. Looks like there's some fire danger happening on D4 right now. Elevated fire danger for March 9th, or fire hazard. It's been elevated mostly in Nebraska, so we'll keep an eye on that. So far, no severe weather happening, but most likely the thunderstorms will probably pop up and happen around like Florida area, maybe Georgia, Alabama, who knows. But well, technically it is 7 o'clock. This is the live Q&A session, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to post away on the comment box on the right hand side, and we'll get things rolling. So any questions at all, I'll be here. Let's see if I can let's just hope I can actually I'm gonna tweet out. Let's see if I can ask some questions. Let's see. All right. So Facebook, Twitter. I want to make sure everybody gets news that I am actually streaming right now. Well, at least Twitter knows, but let's see if I can. Yeah. Okay. So Facebook and Twitter are all set. So I'll be here if you guys have any questions, like anything in general. I can actually explain some of the equipment I have for my storm chasing vehicle. I have this I can show you the camera that I use. The two cameras actually I have right next to me. I'll show you the actual cameras I use. This is the GigaWare HD 720p Handycam. This is what I use to record video. It's got a 5x optical zoom. Again, it's got a 20x actually zoom on it, but I can take pictures and take videos with this camera. So it's a nice little, you know, this is actually my first camera that I ever got for storm chasing. So this is what I usually use to record video. I also use this camera. This is my baby right here. This is the WS100 Samsung camera. Or I'm sorry, WB100 Samsung camera. This has a I think it's a 20x optical zoom, wide zoom, and it has 16.2 megapixel camera. So this is what I use to take pictures and take video. As you can see, I have my own flash here, so it's pretty cool. It's got on the back, it's got the LCD screen, 3-inch LCD. It's got regular buttons again. It's got my own zoom, record button. It's got everything it needs pretty much. And usually I'm gonna probably use this more often, you know, for chasing my storms. So again, this and this are my babies right here. So the phone that I use actually is this is what I use to actually I'll show you the radar scope app that I use. So as you can see, right on, let me pinpoint my direction here. I don't know if there's any storms happening right now, but unfortunately there isn't. But let me zoom out here. So as you can see, this is the radar scope app that I use. This is what I use to use radar when I'm storm chasing. So the cool thing about it is they have it pinpoints my GPS location, and it gives me all the radar data. So I can click on this, and it could show me like some reflectivity, base velocity, storm relative velocity. It also has dual pole radar on my radar scope, so I can actually check I could check the differential reflectivity. I could check the correlation coefficient, which means that I can detect tornadoes, or actually rotation a little bit more defined. And I can actually check like the hydrometer classification, which means I could check if it's raining. It's dumping grapple. I can check if it's dumping hail. So this is really nice product. I really like it. And actually these I don't know if you can see that, but there's actually red dots on the phone itself. It actually has that's actually spotter network. That's actually the spotter network. Those are all the spotter locations right now on GPS. So I can actually see who is in position actually intercepting a storm, and if they have info, I can actually contact them, to see reporting like what's going on. So this is a really nice app, I have to admit. It's worth $10 on Android, and I believe on the iPhones. So if you have an Apple phone or an Android phone, you can definitely get this app for $10 in the stores. I highly recommend to get this if you want to chase with this app. It's really nice. I use it all the time. So I don't know if you guys have any questions, because I'm all done explaining myself as far as like what equipment I used, what videos are up on YouTube, any weather events I experienced. So if you guys have any other questions, like weather events, if you guys have any questions on past weather events, like maybe like the Tri-State tornado, maybe the Tampa, Texas tornado, maybe the 1995 tornadoes that happened. I actually have some, the Dimmitt, Texas tornado, which is the tornado that was the first ever tornado that was on radar on the ground using the Doppler on wheels. So so if you know your history about that. So again, if you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to ask here. I'm actually going to show you some media that I made. Here is some of the DVDs that I made. You can actually order these. I'm gonna have to like set up some PayPal buttons. You have to order these on PayPal, but I actually made these DVDs. These are all video documented storm chases I had, all on DVD. So I have the this is season 3, part 1 and part 2. As you can see on the back, our mission is to protect life and property. My name plus James Cinco, and usually there's a description, DVD-ROM, PG-13, and inside is the actual like follow us. So you can follow us on. I'm gonna have to change the Twitter thing, but But the YouTube is still the same, Facebook is still the same, Twitter I'm gonna have to change, and website is still the same. But you can actually get a signed like picture inside. So if you guys want to take a look, I also made the DVD cover art for. Let me put it up to the screen for you guys. So that's the cover art. Let me yeah. I don't know if you guys, I don't know if your stream's frozen yet, but my stream froze. But so that means I'm gonna have to like reset it again. But I don't know why it froze like that, but maybe I have to turn down the bandwidth. Oh yeah, I'm getting drop frames. Yeah, I'm getting drop frames here. Maybe I'm gonna have to like downgrade the okay. Yeah, later it's gonna freeze, so okay, so looks like I have to like I'll be back in 1 second. I'm just gonna have to change the quality on the stream, but I'll see if I can change that right now. Let's see.